Hello and hello. Thank you for joining me. How you guys doing? So today, pretty interesting video, a little bit something kind of different today. That was a stupid sentence. If you're learning English, that just sets you back a few years. But normally I'm reacting to what Germans, like things between Germany and the USA. This is actually what do Germans think about British people. Which, I don't know why, I find that kind of like fascinating. I guess in part it's because I do have some preconceived notions on how Germans feel about British people, and it's influenced by like all the other stuff I've reacted to. I've heard, I've seen British people reference. I know, for example, you guys watch Dinner for One, which is a British comedy that I'm pretty sure is like way more popular in Germany than it is in Britain. But like you watch that on New Year's. So there are certain things that have influenced how I think Germans think about British people, which I guess I'll just say, I think Germans think Brits are funny. I think Germans respect British people a lot. Like, especially compared to like America, which is quite interesting. Quite interesting. And I mean, I kind of feel like that goes, I don't even know if that's true, but I feel like if that is true, I feel like it precedes Donald Trump, which is notable because like any semblance of respect we did or didn't deserve before Trump is a way different conversation than after Trump, in my opinion, like during Trump. Like right now, of course, like Trump is annihilating our respect around the world. What of it we had, but I'm talking about even before Trump. I don't know. So, I mean, I have no idea if I'm right or wrong. Overall, I just think Germans have a very hold Brits in high regard. They think they're funny, smart, I would even say, and just have respect for them. I could be freaking totally off. I have no idea. Maybe that's hilarious to hear because maybe I'm 100% wrong. Let's hear. This is by Your True Brit, by the way. Link down below. Check him out. This is his video on, asking Germans what they think of British people.
British are so good in drinking beer, and I think that the British are so good in drinking beer, and they have a lot of good beer. I think much better than in Germany. I don't.
I hope nobody sees it.
I didn't know it was Malfoy asking the questions. Also, beer? Holy shit, wow, that's a really high compliment, isn't it? Like, there you go. A German would never say that about America. But I should have known that would be the first comparison. How's the beer? I know nothing about British beer. Nothing. Nothing. Like, they sell German beer here in the States. They don't... If they sell British beer, I don't even know what it is. To be honest.
I hope nobody sees it.
So, this is the video you guys all been waiting for. What do the Germans think of the Brits? I'm excited to find out. As you can see, I'm in Ulm. Yes, okay. This is in the south, and it is a very small city, similar size to St. Albans.
Be honest, I'm skipping to the questions, guys. Obviously, go check out his channel.
So this is
also, I saw he has this video. What do the British think of the Germans? So that's interesting. Invert this video here. So go check that out. Link down below.
Fair video. So let's go find out what the Germans have to say about us Brits. What do you guys think of the British?
Well, first of all, I don't think that there's a big difference.
Right.
I think they're nice people.
Yeah.
But...
Interesting. Not a big difference. I feel like British people are like... I feel like there is a big difference. You guys are, from my standpoint, you have very unique cultural personalities and stuff.
They do pronounce stuff a bit weirdly. Yeah. I have to say that, like the classic wa. Like, yeah, we gotta say that. That's a bit weird.
Well, I like their weirdness.
Yeah.
They
are weird.
have no problem doing fancy dress on occasions where you wouldn't do it. That's something you wouldn't see in Germany, and I really like that.
Yeah, yeah.
The madness.
The madness of the
The
Brits.
madness.
I love the London, city of London, and the British football fans are. I don't like that.
I personally love the British people and actually the whole UK, and I went to England twice now and I just love them.
Wow. Similarities to the Brits and
Okay.
Germans.
Yeah, definitely the lack of humor.
The lack of humor. Like, I've heard that about Germany. You know, that's a famous, stereotype. But about British, I mean, they have their own brand of humor. British humor. So I don't think of that as being a thing. Is that a thing that people say? British people have a lack of humor? I actually would have thought it was the opposite. I would have thought Brits are so funny, they're quirky and weird. That's how I would have thought. So this is very intriguing to me. Lack of humor.
I'd say, yeah, I think they're almost as fun as the Germans are.
I think we have one big similarity.
Yeah?
I could be. I assume I'm wrong, by the way. And all the stuff I'm saying, it's kind of like based off of not very much information. So I'm probably wrong. I acknowledge that.
It's that the Germans and the Brits really value their traditions.
Yeah,
So we are
yeah.
very traditional people.
Okay.
And they're
Yeah.
not ashamed of it.
Würde ich sagen, also okay, ich weiß, okay, Fröhlichkeit,
Yeah.
dann, dass sie wahnsinnig gut kochen können.
Is there anything in England that you
It is kind of funny because, like, she says cheerfulness, and I guess from, like, over here in America, maybe compared to, like, Germany, the Brits are, like, cheerful, but, like, I don't know, Britain has this kind of connotation of being, like, gloomy. It's always raining and stuff. So, like, you think of the people being, like, a little bit depressed because of that. But also, like, they are funny, quirky people. That's how I think of them. But, like, the depression is kind of like a funny angle. That's why their humor is unique.
Dass sie wahnsinnig gut kochen können.
So hearing her say, oh, they're cheerful is interesting.
Is there anything in England that you think, whoa, that was a bit strange maybe, or...
Maybe the food.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've seen a recipe of like steak with like a mint sauce,
Yeah.
which I think is just odd.
I always get a lot of smack if I'm
Steak with a mint, like a ground beef? Isn't that what mince is? Why would you put ground beef on a steak? Is that what that is? That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I guess I won't even bother looking it up because who knows? Like, I'll probably never find it.
not saying please or thank you.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just immediately call me out for it.
Oh.
Not saying. I always get a lot of smack if I'm not saying please or thank you.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just immediately call me out for it.
The Brits are, like, highly mannered, aren't they? With their forks and their table manners, and I guess in, like, please and thank you. I think that's nice. But I would have thought Germany was the same way. Surely, in Germany, people are not afraid to call you out on it if you're, breaking etiquette. So, what's the deal there? I would have thought it was the exact same.
Yeah, I want to apologise on behalf of England for our Spanish holidays. We're terrible. I don't know why we're so bad when we go to Spain. I'm the good one in England. So. Let's go. Oh, he's thinking about coming over. Is that nah? What do you think of the Brits?
I heard that they drink warm water for
Wine water. Oh, that's actually
Freaking scam calls.
true, yeah.
Wir waren wohl mal im Krieg.
Warm water? What?
Wine water. Oh,
At
that's
lunch.
actually true, yeah.
warm water for
Wine water. Oh,
At
that's
lunch.
actually true, yeah.
Wir waren wohl mal im Krieg zusammen gegeneinander, und das war ja im letzten Jahrhundert. Also
Ja.
das spielt für mich überhaupt keine Rolle. Also, und ich war jetzt vor 2 Jahren oder vor 3 Jahren, kurz vor Corona, war ich in London und
Ja.
It is amazing how, like, in not that long of a time span, like, countries that were, you know, fought against each other in the world wars can be, like, best friends, you know? Like, it's that same way with Japan and, you know? Like, in the USA. Japan, USA, you know? Or Britain and Germany. I think that's a nice thing.
Ich muss sagen, es ist eine richtig tolle Stadt. Also würde ich gerne öfters hinfahren. Alleine diese tollen neuen Gebäude und so, echt super.
We have sausage rolls.
Yeah. Oh, sausage rolls. Yeah, of course.
What do you think of a sausage roll?
Well, if it would have been a different sausage, I would have really liked it. But that sausage is just.
It's not German enough.
No. Well, it tastes like it's not cooked.
Yeah.
It tastes like it's still raw.
Why is that? That's a good point. Yeah. I never actually thought that. Yeah. Sausage rolls. It must German sein, Deutsch sein. Yeah. Maybe we should get Greg's in Germany.
It's funny they keep talking about the food because I will say if there's one thing that, like, I mean, for whatever reason on the internet and especially on, like, TikTok, it seems like Americans and British people like to kind of, like, banter. And so the ammunition the Americans use is making fun of the British food. So I've seen all these TikToks about British food being, like, weird and bad. I have no idea if it's true, but yeah.
Do you think that'd be a good idea?
Yeah, I'd say so.
The similarities.
Besides drinking beer, none.
See, why did the other guys say we're not so different? Maybe he said we're not so different because, like, the normal, you know, widespread opinion of people is like, oh, Germans and Brits are very different. But he's kind of coming at it like we're not that different. Maybe that's how he meant it.
None. I think that the British are so good in drinking beer, and they have a lot of good beer. I think much better than in Germany. I don't.
I hope nobody sees it.
The strangest thing
I am surprised he said that. Much better than Germany.
Brits do is that they lie in the sun when on vacation until they're toasted like a lobster.
When I think about British people, I really think about polite people. Who can be strict if you don't follow the rules.
Interesting. Because that's kind of how I think of Germans. But maybe the British twist is that they add in, like, more humility in Britain to where you're like, oh, sorry. Dude, I'm gonna go crazy. This scammer. I'm blocking them right now. No, I'm not. Oh, wait. No, I just did it. Blocked. Anyway, what am I saying? The twist on it for British people is they're more like, oh, sorry. Sorry about that. You know? So it's a little bit different. I suppose.
In Britain. But very polite people. It's the same as in Germany,
100%. Genau das.
Okay, so it is the same as in German. Okay.
Wir sind Fehler, wie sagt man Autos? Similar, was?
Ja, ähnlich.
Ähnlich. Wir sind Fehler ähnlich, so die deutschen Leute, ich glaube das.
Du bist genauso blond wie ich.
Ja, meine blonde Haare. I mean, you might be able to help me with this. So I tried making...
Obviously, we're all very similar being humans. You know, like any attempt to make it out to be like we're all so different from each other is frankly very annoying to me. We're literally all humans. So we're not that different. That's for sure. And I'm including America in that. That's right. Sorry.
Knödel. Yeah. But do I...
And especially in the West, you know? Especially in the West. Even more similar to each other.
Eat this skin with the knödel. There's like this wrapper on it.
Skin?
Yeah, like... There was this wrapper. And I thought, well, we're supposed to eat it. Am I supposed to eat? Because I just ate the whole thing. Like,
I don't think that's like eating a Big Mac with the wrapper.
Do you think we should have a Greg's here in Germany?
Hell no. Like,
I don't know what they're talking about.
No shit about.
Yeah.
the sausage roll, but German bakeries are just better.
But
Ooh.
I personally think us Brits.
Can you beat the German bakery? I mean, I guess France has other like famous bread.
We could outdrink the Germans, but yeah, he's like, no.
So we try it.
We need to test it. We need to test this.
Well, when I think of the UK, I mostly think about like roadmen, like stuff like that. So
that's true as well.
Not really like polite.
Yeah.
So.
Where have you heard of the roadmen? You're the first. Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think about it.
I think the British humor has its a big advantage over the German one.
Yeah.
For I really like the black humor.
Yeah.
And it's coming like delivered dry to your doorstep. Really.
There's something about like the Germans love British humor. That's the impression I get, and it seems to be verified through different accounts, and the fact that you guys love Dinner for One and stuff like that. Like, you guys love British humor much more than like America does. For America, it's a little too dry and like, subtle. But the Germans love that, and I find that interesting.
I like that.
What I've seen in England was that people are just mixed. So it doesn't. So you just look at this group and you see all kinds of people there.
For sure.
And, like when I see British clips on TikTok or something, and they're British. I mean, you hear it. You can hear it. These are the one I like the most.
Yeah.
So I think we can agree on that.
I 100%. And I think, how do you say?
Brits are good at like making content. They're good at broadcasting, at talking and stuff.
British. But how do you say it in normal English? British. British. Yeah.
Dry humor. It's really amazing. Like shows like The Office. The original was British, and I've been trying to watch it for ages now, and it's really been on my list now.
Very polite. Manners, because they have manners, which is something many Germans lack.
Right.
Because there's many people just behaving rude.
Yeah.
So interesting. I mean, I don't want to harp on this like detail, but then again, that's kind of what I'm doing here. And it's just interesting to me to make that distinction. Like, Germans are all about following the rules, the etiquette, and they're not afraid to call you out if you're not following it, right? But Brits do the same. They're just more so, oh, sorry, oh, yes, please, oh, yes, oh, Whereas Germans are more so, it's almost like Germans are more so trying to be efficient. It's not as much about being like nice. It's to be like efficient. In the grocery store when they call you, hey, you need to put this separator between our food. Putting that there isn't to be nice. It's because it's more efficient. This is the proper procedure.
And that's something, I don't think you see that often in Great Britain.
I personally think the food and the humour.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And do you understand the British humour? Like,
yes, I do. I went to British kindergarten, and I think people might mistake me often as a British person due to my English accent.
You do have one. It's caught me off guard.
Thank you.
Yeah. To the British people.
He says thank you.
Do you think he's...
See, I feel like that's an indicator right there that Germans like British people. He says thank you. I've got a little bit of a British accent. He's like proud of that. That kind of tells you something.
British. So, massive thank you to everyone that took part in this episode. I have a question for the Germans and the Brits. What do you guys think that we do strange or the Germans do strange?
Well, first of all, I really love the Brits. Visited the UK a dozen times and never had any issues with anybody. And it is true, we have a lot in common. I mean, a lot. I like the food, despite so many people think it's horrible, and I love the banter between our countries. You know what else is something? Like, these Germans are saying we have a lot in common with British people. And I think that's a sign of respect. Because you want to have a lot in common with people you like. You know what I mean? If someone says, oh, we have a lot in common, that probably means they like you, I'm proud to be both Great Britain and German. Oh, cool. Their English is absolutely amazing. As a Brit, I've got nothing but respect for the Germans. Beautiful country, and they've built themselves a really impressive society. Yes, indeed. Very interesting. I feel like I'm not, like I don't belong here. You know, like in this comment section, watching this video. I've infiltrated as an American. Very interesting. It's I'm glad you guys are so chummy with each other. You know, nothing but respect between you guys. Then there's us. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.